Our next guest speaker, some of you may know him, some of you may not. After all, he hasn't played in over 50 years. He was a quarterback on Jack's 1969-70 team, and he's of the graduating class of 1970. Mike Shanahan is a 20-year NFL head coach and a lifelong devoted friend of Jack Lease's. He also happened to have coached back-to-back Super Bowl teams, 33 and 34. 33 and 34. So Mike, please.
One of the reasons I got into coaching was because of Coach Lease. He was such a strong influence as a young kid, and I think I was talking to Augie here a second ago, and he told me how many coaches Jack had at one time, like in '82, had 34, 35 active coaches. And that's unheard of. That just doesn't happen. And the reason why they were is because Coach was such a leader. It was just automatic. Number one, he believed in you. So as a young kid, when you had a coach that had the reputation he had, believed in you, he knew you had a chance to do something special. And that's the way he handled himself every day. And it was fun to be around a guy like Coach Lease. He was around so many talented people, but he had one motto: put the team first. There's nobody bigger than the team. And to me, one of the reasons why he's got a 73% win-loss record is that he believed in it. And that's the way that you handle yourself on a day-to-day basis. Nobody was bigger than the team. And I think when you have a coach or a man that has that type of work ethic, that type of love, that type of passion, good things usually happen. I know when I left high school, he got me, he said, "Hey, Mike," he said, "I want to know what your goals are." I said, "What do you mean what my goals are?" He said, "What's your goals? What do you want to do?" I said, "I want to be a coach." "Why do you want to be a coach?" I said, "Well, I've been around Coach Payne. I've been around Coach Olson. I've been around Coach Goodman, Coach Schrader, Coach Lease, Coach McCormick." I said, all these coaches had such big influences in my life. Everyone was a little bit different. But you could tell when Coach Lease set a standard down, I said, "I want to influence lives." He said, "Well, what's your goal?" I said, "My goal is to be a coach." He said, "Well, how about you're going to college? You're going to play football." I said, "I want to be a starter." I said, "My goal is I want to be a starter in college for a couple of years." So I went to Eastern, and I said, "Hey, I'm going to coach, not sure what level, high school, college." Never even thought about pro football, especially when you're a 5'10", 35-pound quarterback coming out. There's not going to be a lot of opportunities relative to your playing career. But I lost my kidney my junior year spring ball, and that ended my playing career. So at that time, I knew I couldn't play anymore. Coach Lease got me and said, "Hey, Mike," he said, "that's a temporary setback." "What do you mean it's a temporary setback?" He said, "Well, that was your goal. That was your goal, to have it, but that goal's over with because you can't play. You lost your kidney." He said, "But you can become a good coach." And he said, "If you want to be a good coach, you're going to separate yourself from the rest of the pack. So I'm going to encourage you to go to clinics, do everything you can in the next 3 years, which would have been your normal playing career, to study coaches. And if you want to study coaches, you've got to be the best at what you do." I said, "Well, how do you do that?" He said, "Well, go to the clinic." He said, "We got a clinic over at the Hyde." And it was in, what was the Hyde? What town was that in? Rosemont. And it was one of those, I went to a clinic, there's 1,000 people at this clinic, 1,000. He had high school coaches talking, college coaches, pro coaches talking. And I said, holy cow. And when the coaches, Jack said, he said, "What did Bill Walsh say?" Coach, I have no idea. I think you know what he said, but he was one of the guys on the clinic. He said, "If you want to be the best at what you do, you got to be in the top 5 in every area." He said, "Can you coach quarterbacks? Can you coach running backs, and you coach defensive line. You want to stay a head coach, you better study your ass off, because that's the only way you're going to stay there. If you don't do that, you're going to get fired. Coaches get fired. They get fired every year. But if you stay on top of the game, you have a chance to survive. He said, you're just starting your perseverance in your life a little bit earlier. We'll see how tough you are, because tough times don't last. Tough people do. Believe in yourself. Believe in the people around you. And as he always said, work hard. Work harder than the next guy. You got a chance to do something great. I can't thank the Lease family for all the time that I got a chance to spend with your husband and how he took care of not only me and Peggy, but our family.